Hi, this is Tara with Tara's Tips, terrific ink, paper, and stamps, and today I want to show you how to make this turtle card using the Sea Turtle stamp set. It's a card that I cased from Michelle Zindorf. She's got a really nice card that she made, really similar with the way the water swoops down and the bubbles, or I think she calls it coral down here. But I didn't have the dies that she used along the side, and I wanted mine just a little bit different. I used the big turtle instead of the little turtle, and I decided to put a little turtle on the inside. So we'll get started, and you guys can let me know what you think. Okay, so we're using the stamp set here, Sea Turtle, and we'll get started here. This is a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 basic white, and then we also have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic black. I've cut a hole out of it because we are going to mount it on here and then put it on our card base, so you're not going to see that hole. So I figured I would just cut that out and use that for a scrap for something else. Just going to bring a piece of scrap paper in here and our cardstock, and we're going to start with Tahitian Tide. Just inking that up. Coming over in a swoop, leaving a little bit of white right at the top, kind of like the light. And we're just going to keep working and building up that color. It's really windy out here, so you guys might be able to hear that on the video. Stuff blowing around on my deck and outside. Okay, we're not coming the whole way down to the bottom of our cardstock. We want to leave a little bit there. And now I'm going to just come back in and just blend this white in a little bit so it's not quite so stark, but still pretty light. And I want a little bit more. Okay. We are going to come in with Pacific Point next. And we're going to leave some of this Tahitian tie. We don't want to cover all of it, so we're going to just come down a little bit. That looks pretty good. And if you want to clean off your brush in between, this is just an old rag that you can just use to clean off some of your color. And we're going to bring in Starry Sky next. And we're still keeping in that swoop there. To get it a little darker, I like to give it a little bit of a circular motion here. Just kind of blend it in a little bit. Go the whole way across our cardstock here. And then sometimes once I have that darkest color in, I like to come back in with my lighter colors and hit them a little bit more and try to blend them in a little bit more. So I'm gonna bring my Pacific Point back in. It's looking good. I shake the table when I clean off my rag, or clean off my brush into my rag. And we're gonna bring the Tahitian tide back in. Okay, I like how that is. So we are gonna come in with our bubbles here. And we're gonna do that in soft suede. Okay, and some of that's gonna be up on the blue, and actually I'm gonna turn my stamp this way. I've got a little bit of a line in my stamp from the ink pad. So I'm gonna try to blend that out a little. Okay. And I like to set that a little bit and let it sink into the cardstock. So there we go. And we're gonna clean that off real quick. And now we're gonna come in with pumpkin pie. Okay. Then we're gonna bring our soft suede back in with our smaller blending brush. And we're gonna just put some brown in there. Like the bottom of our ocean. Okay, and we're gonna come back in with our pumpkin pie. And I'm leaving a little bit on the bottom white. Okay, that looks good to me. So then we're coming in with our seagrass stamp and our mossy meadow. Actually, hold that thought. I want to stamp my turtle first. So we are going to come in with our Stamparatus. And I'm just gonna put my turtle right here on my card where I like it. And we're gonna do the flat side first. This is the double stamp set that you can get, you can use both sides of your image. I'm gonna put my magnet there and there. So he's swimming up towards the top. And that has moved a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just gonna stamp it real quick on my sheet to make sure I have him where I want. Okay, I want him up just a little bit higher. Okay, now I'm going to pull my plastic sheet away and re-ink my turtle. And this is Old Olive. And I'm coming back in. Okay. We didn't get all his fin there. And I want that darker, so I'm going to re-ink it again. And I still want it a little bit darker. Maybe my ink pad needs re-inked. I did make like 30 of these. I'm using them as card fronts for when I deliver my orders. I put a card front in the bag. Okay, that looks pretty good. And it's not perfect, but we're gonna have the shell on there yet too, so. Okay, I'm gonna come in and we're gonna clean off the shell here. The turtle, so we can flip it over and stamp the shell part. So I'm just gonna lay it on there and pick it up. That's not gonna be perfect. And I'm gonna wipe off my stamped image. Oop. I put them on the wrong way. So let's try that again. Okay, so we're bringing in our Tuxedo Memento Black. Making sure our plastic sheet is in the corner. Okay, so now we can see if we want to move the turtle at all. It looks pretty good. Okay, there it is, inked up once. I want to do it one more time. Okay. Now we're going to stamp our grasses in the mossy meadow. And I kind of like the grasses kind of going around the turtle a little bit. It's nice to get some different heights of your grasses. And I don't like that little bit of brown there, so I'm going to try to cover it. Gonna go back over and get that a little bit better. And one last one right there. Okay, so that looks good. Now I'm gonna bring in a white gel pen. Mine is a Jelly Roll gel pen. And I'm just gonna make some bubbles or movements of water. To show he's swimming through the water. Okay, so that's our card front. We're gonna bring in our base here, or our next layer. It's not really the base. Now we're bringing in our Starry Sky base. Okay, and then for our inside, I'm gonna stamp our turtle, and I'm gonna use the little turtle this time. And I'm gonna try to eyeball this without the Stamparatus and see how I do. So we're doing the solid image first. I'm gonna clean that off. Flip my stamp around. And then bring in the memento. That looks pretty good. And I want a little bit of water down at the bottom. So now he's got a little bit of water to swim in. And then we're gonna put it on another piece of basic black. And I decided to hold off on a sentiment till I know what I want it for. And that's our card. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Until next time.